Hey guys and gals and others and theys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and podcast review. We talk about movies, TV shows, and social essay videos. And today is a little controversial of an opinion, but today's topic is the unclarity within sexuality, identity within the Black community. And this is my social essay video. Now, before we begin anything, I want to say that this topic is a logical, informational, and emotional critical thinking ideas. Nothing here is emotionally based. I did some research on what I could find because this topic is very hard to find, believe it or not. So from what I found, we will be first discussing sexuality within the Black community and why is there a lot of unclarity, or not unclarity, but a sense of confusion sometimes. Not even sometimes, it's a lot of times. So the first example of what I could find was with PBS. They released an article putting few to the test. And the article states that a lot of men who watched or maybe experienced, because I think the experience was they were showing provocative men. And it indicated that a lot of these men had a tendency to have a fear of anxiety and sexual arousal. This could indicate a fear of experiencing with an odd factor in your life, which opens the umbrella to biases and stereotypes and just bias talk to even your next generation children or children that you raise, or sexual orientation talk. This opens up not only an issue for the kid, but it doesn't allow that device. And now, I'm not defending homophobic people because truly, when you are scared and you don't really know, maybe you might lash out. But at the end of the day, you must blame them for that because they're teaching their kids biased stereotypes to raise their kids. And in fact, even Black men. Black men and women definitely are not allowed to open up about their sexuality. And it's not the same as if it was other races. Even at a young age, I feel like in the Black community, you're taught what you're supposed to like, never taught what caused you to be really intrigued or interested in that someone. Because at the end of the day, you can't recognize somebody's genitals. It must be something that makes you tick personally to be attracted to them. I think in society we need to change the rules and the roles about certain things, maybe help people understand what they truly want out of life sexually, emotionally, mentally, rationally, and appropriately that are non-violent towards any abuse. I think as people, we need to showcase to the next generation to really rethink what they're into. A lot of times parents are not fond of this and don't know even how to express what sex is. And I feel like this creates a cycle of new parents and older adults having the lack of understanding of sexuality. And I feel like as a society, especially Black men, are not taught these narratives. So is Black women currently. I feel like as a community, we're always taught to do other narratives and other stereotypes. We're never really taught how to think outside those narratives and think outside those stereotypes. I feel like it's about generational trauma and being stuck in that silly mindset, unfortunately. And I think we need to be taught how to rationally think for our own self. And I think because of this, us not getting those talks, it creates unclarity for Black men and women when it comes to what they want through life goals, sexuality, and emotional thinking. And I think that I think personally the strongest is we're not taught how to correctly love each other. I think that we love incorrectly most of the time. And I hope that it's getting better, because back in the day it was really about unity and love, and now I'm just seeing such a divide between Black men and women. And I think that the more divides and the more kids we keep having with Black children and teenagers, the more destructive the community will become. And a lot of times Black kids and teenagers will just go along with what their parents are saying because, at a young age, you think your parents could do no wrong. But, we beg the question, are we going along with what our parents are saying, or are we just trying to appease certain audiences to what they think is really right? And I think as a Black community, we need to discuss to our children and our teenagers whether or not we even want them to be raised like that the device or the platform is there. Instead of inflicting what you want them to do, show them situations and correct ones at that, and correct situations and correlations that may not even apply to you, but as long as the device is there, they have a better understanding. And lastly, I think that as a Black community, we often are people pleasers to appease people. And what I do know is from when I interviewed like a few Black men and women, I interviewed a few Black men, and 8 out of 10 men said something similar to this. And I asked them, what is your goal? Who do you want to become in the future? And the opposing answer that was similar was, I want to be a rich bad nigga. Now, I know, well, that's not how they feel. That's how media perceives Black men. Now, when I asked Black women the same question, Black women, well, I asked only a few Black women that I knew, but from what I knew from them, they didn't really know what they wanted to do, but they know they want to go to college, and they know they want to have a path forward with an education. It seems that through my studies that Black women have conversations with their parents that have some form of access of identity or sexuality of what they want and who they are. As of Black men, we need to have those conversations to know what they truly are and what they truly want, which causes the confusion between unclarity within the self. Now, my thing is, at the end of the day, to sum up everything that's been said, I think we just need to fix the social structures, because I think that's the biggest issue here. I think that a lot of our past parents inflicted a lot of bias and stereotypes, and I think that as Gen Z and Gen Alpha Black children, we inflict those and internalize them and think that's all that life is. But indeed, that is not. That we are intelligent, we are thoughtful, we are smart, and we the shit. So I just feel like as Black men and women, we need to educate ourselves more and stop listening to toxicity and social media, and stop following how media perceives us and being a cell. Instead, figuring out how we can do our own lanes, do our own stuff, do our own businesses, and still be humble and morally good to thyself. But that's all I wanted to say on the Alien Review podcast and YouTube for the social essay video. What I do want to say is two things. Anybody comment what you would like for me to, fix or continue, or if you want a part 2 to this, because I feel like there's a lot to share about this. And if you want to be invited, you can contact me through Instagram or my email and my link in my bio. And if you like and subscribe, don't forget to like and subscribe, and definitely comment, because I want to hear what you guys have to say and feedback. And number 2, y'all better eat y'all vitamins, because the way that this world is going, they're gonna kill us. Eat your vitamins. Thank God for your life and his praise and everything that he's done for you. Do some yoga meditation, eat well, and get some exercise, because y'all be hella depressed. Like, go outside and take care. Now, that is it on the Alien Review.